Hey Commanders fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about our team, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and of course, leave a like to strengthen our support and show that there are only true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that goes on behind the scenes at Commanders. So without further ado, let's check out today's news. What's the key to Jaden Daniels' sophomore growth? Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen, leading the franchise to a 12-5 regular season record and reaching the NFC Championship game. As we've seen many times with rookies who come in and lead the league in rushing in their first year, they can take a step back in their second year and suffer a sophomore slump, something C.J. Stroud suffered to some extent in his sophomore season. But there's a way around that, and to keep the rest of the NFL from noticing what you're doing and starting to work on how to stop you. Ryan Porter, Daniels' quarterback's coach since he was 11, detailed how Jaden will try to improve in his second season. Everybody has a year's worth of footage of him, so now they're going to see different habits of what he does when he throws different route concepts, Porter said via ESPN. Jesus, for him, it's a matter of timing whether he can throw the same route or concept on 4 different types of drops. You don't get a tip or a gauge from him. It's just being able to play chess at the quarterback position, where a lot of defenders or coordinators are controlling his drop. When he's getting this drop, this is what he's throwing. It's just sharpening his tools. Daniels, a chess master of sorts. Sounds good. With the rest of the league having a full off-season to see his tendencies and focus on his weaknesses, Daniels' development shouldn't stagnate. That's where Porter comes in, and he'll be working with Daniels extensively to improve his game and his deadpan approach when working certain routes. Anything that gives a quarterback an edge over a defense is a big plus, and for Daniels, keeping everything looking the same while doing a variety of things seems to be the key to avoiding a sophomore slump. NFL Draft. Top cornerback prospect could be a Day 2 pick for the Commanders. Hey Commanders fans. It's impossible to ignore the problems Washington's secondary faced last season, especially at the cornerback position. The unit was one of the weakest on the roster, but amid the chaos, a bright spot emerged. Rookie Mike Sainristil, a second-round draft pick by Michigan. Sainristil quickly emerged as a key player for new head coach Dan Quinn's defense. Playing primarily as a nickel corner, he demonstrated versatility by also playing outside corner when needed. His presence brought stability and a solid foundation to a rebuilding department. At first glance, it seemed like the Commanders were relatively well served at the cornerback position. After all, the team had invested in Benjamin Saint-Juste, a third-round pick in the 2021 draft, and Emmanuel Forbes, a first-round pick in 2023. However, the reality was different. Forbes ended up being traded in his second season, after a series of disappointing performances. The new leadership of the franchise, led by Dan Quinn and general manager Adam Peters, had no difficulty in concluding that the young player was not ready to perform at a high level in the NFL. Saint-Juste, on the other hand, had an inconsistent performance and ended the season on the bench. In an attempt to restructure the secondary, Washington was aggressive. The main move was the trade for experienced cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, selected to the Pro Bowl 4 times. With the expectation that he will be healthy for next season, the Commanders further strengthened the sector by re-signing Noah Igbinoghene, who had good moments in 2024, and by bringing in veteran Jonathan Jones, former starter for the New England Patriots, via free agency. Even with these additions, the sector still lacks depth and young talent. Pro Football Focus recently listed the top Day 3 picks for each NFL team, and for Washington, the name that came up was Florida State cornerback Azareyev Thomas. Thomas is considered one of the most intriguing prospects in this class. He stands out for his excellent athleticism, fluid movement, and quick feet, characteristics that help him react quickly to route breaks from receivers. In addition, he perfectly fits the profile of defender that Dan Quinn likes to work with. He is physical, has long arms, good instincts, and is not afraid to face bigger and more experienced wide receivers. If the Commanders are able to select Thomas at number 61, he could become a valuable addition to the defensive group, offering youth, development potential, and the type of aggressiveness that the new coaching staff is looking to implement in the defense. The rebuilding of the secondary started well with the arrival of Lattimore and the moves in free agency, but bringing in more young talent like Thomas would be a strategic step towards a more solid and reliable defense for 2025. Commanders select versatile cornerback, focused on ground defense in new draft. Mock-up. Hey Commanders fans! The NFL draft is fast approaching, and with it comes a plethora of possibilities for the Washington Commanders. Amid the many routes the team could take this year, one thing is clear. General Manager Adam Peters is playing it smart, building a balanced roster and keeping flexibility a top priority. From the start of the offseason, Peters has made it clear that his goal was not to simply fill holes on the roster, but rather to build a solid foundation by drafting the best talent available, regardless of position. This approach paves the way for strategic decisions in the draft, allowing the Commanders to select players who truly add value to the team, not just forced picks out of immediate need. In a new draft mock-up published by On.si, journalist Matt Brandon pointed out that Washington could further strengthen its secondary with the addition of a physical, versatile cornerback in East Carolina's Shavon Revel. Revel stands out as an aggressive, technical defender who can play both man-to-man, coverage and run-stopping, a skill that is increasingly valued in the modern NFL, where cornerbacks need to be well-rounded. His physical style of play and competitive mindset are reminiscent of newcomer Marshawn Lattimore, who is known for his intense stance and leadership instincts on the field. Brandon noted that if not for an ACL injury suffered last September, Revel would likely be a top 20 first-round pick in the class. Revel's versatility and ability as both a run blocker and a man-to-man defender make him one of the best cornerbacks in this year's draft. If not for a torn ACL in September, the East Carolina native would likely be a top 20 pick, Brandon noted. This potential addition shows how the Commanders can continue to reshape their defense with young, up-and-coming talents, adding depth and aggressiveness to the defensive group. If Revel is picked, he could develop alongside veterans like Lattimore, learning from the best while contributing early in specific game situations. With this approach centered on value and versatility, the Commanders appear to be on the right track to transform the team into a more competitive force in the coming seasons.